But right now, we're going to try to reach out to someone that needs no introduction whatsoever. Nduka Ugbade, the captain of the glorious Golden Eaglets World Cup, World Under 17 or Kodak Under 17 Cup win in 1985, who's going to, take us down memory lane as far as the late great Sebastian Broderick is concerned. So we are going to talk to him shortly. Okay, I think we've got him on the line. Good morning, Nduka.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My brother, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my brother, and all that. I wish you the very best in 2024. It's quite sad, Nduka, that we're starting in the studio with me, I got Olua Kayode and Arakurin Femi Farawe in the studio with me.
Good morning, Coach.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm very good.
All
Happy
right.
New Year, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we, on behalf of Sports Zone, like to give our sincere condolences and commiserations on the passing of the late great Sebastian Broderick. He's as far as I'm concerned, is the father of youth football in Nigeria. Under 17 World Cup winner in 1985. Finalists.
That was under 16 then, before
under
it was
16.
changed.
Yes, sorry. Under 16 and in what you call it. Okay, good. Are we good now? Okay. All right. Under 16 in China, 85. Under 17 in finalists in Canada, 87.
Yes.
And quarter-finalists in Scotland, 89. So this is a man with a track record in youth sports. So you know what? Look at the major reason I called you, apart from wishing you my condolences. Tell us about Seba. What was he like as your coach in 1985? How did you start that process of going from unknown teenagers to champions of the world?
It's as a direct result of what was happening, Shegun, as at that time, because the issue of development, youth development, I'm not saying this time around football development. You can develop football by creating rules and regulations, or changing some dynamics concerning the game itself. But when you're talking about youth development, you can bring a youth to come and learn how to be a mechanic. You can bring a youth to come and learn how to be a dressman that draws, without going to school, that draws plans for at least bungalow. You can bring a youth to come and be a organizer that repairs tires and fix valves and, patch tires and all. But in this case, this is youth development on football. Then everywhere you go to, you are surely going to have all the youths playing football all over Nigeria. There is the treble cup, there is the youth fund competitions all over Nigeria, and there is the youth fund competition that takes us to what's it called?
Gothenburg
Cup and all this Sweden Gocha Cup, Dana Cup, Cup of State in Mexico, and so many other competitions all over. So the thing is that we were all invited that there's going to be youth fund competition in China. That is the World Cup for the under 16 then. Under this guy that was controlling youth fund then, Tony Eke, Mr. Tony Eke, may so rest in peace as well.
Amen.
So, and he did this very, very well. But when it came to the issue of the under 16 FIFA something, then this has to go through not the ministry this time around. This has to go through the NFF. So Ikazubo now called for a meeting, and when we had it, they now had to open it up that it's purely NFF thing. So a lot of people were invited, to come and try. Guys that had once played for Youth Fund, and I wasn't invited then. You understand? I was only playing set at the stadium. When I saw people coming down from the NIS, going inside the National Stadium to, a lot of people. And I met those guys that I used to know before that were from Benin, some of them from Kano, some from Port Harcourt, Imama, the likes of Imama, Duwere, Dan Achibong and all of them. So I said, okay, what is happening? They said the Youth Fund wants to play the World Cup. I I left the set and I went home, ran home, went and got my boot patched and everything. I bought that thing that they call Malan Soul and joined it to a boot, a skin boot that was already destroyed. And I joined them every day. I was going there for 2 weeks until I was given opportunity, with all the situation created as at that time. Then later was when they brought Sabala, Balashamaki, and Christian Chukwu, and these were great people. You understand me? Those that had played for Nigeria, because himself played for Nigeria in 1960, is it 68 Olympics or so?
Wow, yeah.
In Mexico. And we all know Christian Chukwu, that he has played all the things for Nigeria. Chairman Chukwu, then Balashamaki as well, had every other thing as our head coach then. All these guys were very, very strong, and they acted exactly not as coaches. They coached us, but they were all fatherly figure to us. You understand? So they were able to direct the course very well based on the intelligence that they have concerning the game and how to live, how to be much more responsible, much more disciplined, how to pass from useful players to matured, youth that knows what it is to be a champion in a competition. So this was what happened, Shegun.
Wow, but there's something I want to. So, are you saying you never played for Youth yourself?
I played. That's from my youth. Youth is something that is beyond you understand me? Samson Siasia. Everybody played useful.
Yeah, I remember.
Every other Nigerian players.
Okay.
You understand me? Only very few of them that did not play because the thing was not created then. Because as at the time that Samson Siasia and the rest were playing for the under 20, the under 16 wasn't created then, and they were older than the this. This is the reason why some of them never played in the under 16 FIFA World Cup. So this is just the thing.
All right. So what was Sabara like as a coach? I know when we used to work together in Supersport, used to regale with crazy stories about Sabara's temperament, about how he disciplined you guys and all that. So tell us about Sabara the coach and Sabara the man.
A wonderful man, very aggressive when he wants something done. You understand me? Very aggressive when he wants something done, and he doesn't care what it will cost. That thing must be done. Then before then, he will show the things to you 1,000 times over. You understand me? And he will show it perfectly. Then when you miss it, he doesn't mind caning you. He doesn't mind. He's not a coach or a father that hands you over, that gives you all these akara stuffs and all this. No. He loves every other person equally, but very, very passionate concerning the game and concerning you as youth. And he dealt with us as individuals. He didn't deal with us as a team. Before coming to dealing with us as a team, individual person must understand his responsibility. If you do not, then you will have problems with him. His time was different from what we are having now, that you tell the youth, they don't listen. You make a mistake, then you're gone. You go home. He doesn't care. He's a very, very disciplined man. A man that is with Christian Chukwu and Balashamaki. They are, very determined to achieve something. These are not just ordinary people. All their days they achieved a lot. He played for ECN himself. You understand? So he's very, very passionate. He's not a father that gives you sweet and all that, and at the end of the day, he expects you to bring out good results, and you don't. He doesn't joke. He wants everything done perfectly, and this was the reason why he had the chance for China. We're winning for the first time on earth. The first black team that is going to win anything World Cup. You understand? Then Canada. Then the other one is Scotland. I guess is it Scotland or Saudi Arabia also?
No, Scotland.
1989 one.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So this is just the thing. This is the thing. And apart from that, he has handled some Udoji United. He handled the Bendel Insurance. He handled El Kanemi and did very, very well in all these things. He won a lot of laurels himself. So this is the kind of man that he is. You understand?
Okay, Coach. I want to talk about the present day Super Eagles. You were part of the Super Eagles in the 90s. And I want to talk about the present-day
Yes.
Super Eagles ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations. What's your expectation? What do you think this team can achieve at the Cup of Nations coming up soon?
The thing is that such a question is so easy to answer as a Nigerian, and having played the game myself. My thought is that, and my desire, force is that Nigeria should win the Cup of Nations again.
Amen.
This is my desire, and there's one thing that has worked on few occasions for us. Each time that we refuse to believe in the team, each time that we think that the team is gone and there is nothing, each time we don't hear much about the team, that is when the team does surprising things. So but this does not remove the issue of being as a team technically sound, then 100% tactically organized, because you no longer win games being technical. You understand me? Games these days are won on tactical grounds, because you can control the game, you can control everything and you can keep possession and score all the goals. If you score 10 goals and your opponent comes to score 11, you have lost. You can keep possession of the team like Barcelona would do, to Inter Milan, and those ones will defend, and it will be 90-10, and at the end, they score you 1 goal, the game is over. At the end, when the final whistle ends, you've lost. So the team must be tactically sound, to be ready to exchange position, defensively rotate very, very well, and be very, very strong. Then administratively, the team must be organized coming into the competition. The 3 stages of the game. What do we do technically?
Coach.
What do we do,
Coach,
tactically? And how do we press our opponent? Yes?
Do you think that Jose Peseiro has these technical and tactical abilities you talk about?
I don't know. We all think differently.
From what you've seen in terms of our games, from the Super Eagles game, do you think he can manage the Super Eagles at the Cup of Nations with your expectations?
I don't know. This I don't want to say much concerning this. The only thing is that every coach can be very, very good. Young man, every coach can be very, very good. But there's no guarantee that you will win, except you do something that brings victory. You understand me? Okay. I'm not going to sit here and criticize the coach. And you must not forget. Tell me.
Okay, you know what? Let me flip. I understand what Femi is trying to say. He's not trying to paint you into a corner. But maybe, you said your desire, like all Nigerians, is for us to win. But I think what he's trying to ask, what are your expectations, your realistic expectations of the Eagles going?
My realistic expectation?
Yes.
Shegun, my realistic expectation is that the Super Eagles is able to win the Cup of Nations. That is my expectation. Okay. You don't have an expectation at the end of anything. Expectation comes as a result of when the thing gets to the final stage and what you're able to do. At the beginning, the competition has not started yet. So my expectation is that Nigeria should win each of the matches as it comes. Because if you don't win each of your matches as it comes, Shegun, you know what is going to happen at the end of the day? You will be out of the competition. You can't win 5 and not win the 6th one. So this is it. My expectation is that Nigeria should be able to do very, very well in the competition. Administratively, they should be able to do very, very well and practically express themselves in the most ruthless manner against any opponent that is coming so far, inclusive of the one that is hosting, which is Ivory Coast. I would expect that Nigeria should be able to beat them, even if it is 1-0. Beat them, beat Guinea, and beat Equatorial Guinea as well. Okay,
Nduka, let's go back in time, because we've had you on the show before and we always love your views, but we are trying to honor the memory of Sebastian Broderick and the monumental achievement achieved with a bunch of young lads. As you rightly said, the first country of black origin, black Africans to win a FIFA, a World Cup, as it were, and it meant so much to me. I was in UI then. I remember in Ibadan, everywhere went crazy on the nights you guys did the job. So tell us, how many players did they invite? How did Seba, the coaching crew, them? How did they pare it down and come to? How many of you went? What was the squad that went? How many of you were? Was it 20? Was it 18?
We're about 18 of us. No, it's like about 18 of us. I've forgotten now because I was very, very young there. So there's no way I can carry all those things till this time because it's almost about 30-something years ago.
1985, it's
even
almost 39 years ago.
Yes, I guess. Almost 40, 39 or almost 40.
Yeah, almost 40 years. Yeah, wow.
So the thing is that then you don't have what we have now, that everybody, wherever you are, when you hear that there's a screening, everybody goes. Then it does happen like that. But you must understand that all parents then, they don't encourage their parents, they don't encourage their sons and daughters to play football these days. At that time, you understand me? Then there were institutions already and academies as well too, owned by states then and individuals then, that from there players would come. Use Fund alone, if Use Fund wants to invite under 16, you can get close to like about 1,200 of us, like we had as at that time. And even myself was not invited as a member of Youth Fund. I was only playing set when I saw them, and I
just happened to be the right place at the right time. Wow.
Yes, even when my name was not there.
Okay.
And all the situations that happened, all those was a story for next time. You understand me, Shegun? So the thing is that he screened us, they will pick you, and every day as you have your time, then friendly matches were organized and people were picked. Then what actually removed a lot of people was the x-ray. If there's no hole in your hand, then you are considered what? Much more mature than then. And the quality of life weren't checked then. You understand? Like now, where you have the MRI. Even with the MRI now, some people that are 15 years and living the quality of life and some of the things that they eat, you understand me? Before you know what happens, they fill the MRI, carrying over 50 liters every other morning of kerosene to go and put in the shop of your mom. Carrying palm oil. You understand me? Selling plantain, selling banana that are over 20-30 kg. You're carrying it every day. You understand me? So you are surely going to feel the MRI. The magnetic image resonance picturing. So this is just the thing. So we were screened, and at the end of the day, the team were picked. And the picking, we had the opportunity of doing the best that we can. And we played in Togo. We played in Togo first before coming to Nigeria. So we won 2-0. And in Togo, we played 0-0. It was a very tough match.
Okay, as I said, we really don't have that much time. But two questions. Why did Seba make you captain? And secondly, when you got to China, when the competition started, did you guys ever in your wildest dreams believe that you could bring back the trophy?
We never believed it. Even while we were at home here, we never believed it, because the most important thing for the youth then was just to go participate. You understand me? And come back home. Even at that level, we had something then that is different from what the youths have these days. On our participation, we still believe that we can do something, because most of us then had played so many competitions within Nigeria, the Naval Cup, the Treble Cup, and all these cups, state youth fund competitions, national youth fund competition being organized by Tonyeke as at that time. May so rest in peace.
Amen.
Then the sports festival then and all. Which Sabara himself was part of the one of the zones in Edo State then. And wherever you see the youth, you will surely see Sabara there. Most of us don't know his full name. It was after we won the World Cup that we knew that is Sebastian Brodix Emaswen. All we understood about him is that his name is Sabara. Every one of us understands that. Till tomorrow when we're talking, we say Sabara, Sabara. You understand? I only pray that the family, all his sons and daughters, that God gives them the strength to be able to withstand the loss.
Amen. Nduka, thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning. Thank you for taking us down memory lane. You guys achieved a monumental feat, and you yourself had a stellar career playing for the under 16, the under 20, the under 16 and under 20 World Cups, winning AFCON in 1994, and be within an ace of being the first Nigerian player ever to play at all levels of in 3 different World Cups and in the national team. Thank you very much for your service, Nduka. We really, really appreciate you. All right.
I'm so grateful. I'm sorry that I was not able to explain the issue that brought me to become the captain of the team. This can be done sometime again.
Can you say very briefly, how did you become captain? Just to enlighten, how come you, among all that talent, how come you were picked as captain? Briefly.
Yeah, it was just like a joke. It came as a joke that I was one of the oldest members of the youth fund that was in the team.
Okay.
Playing from the age of 8, and later they called me at midnight. Each time they call you at midnight, then you're going home. You know that you're being dropped because we're closer to the World Cup. Then they just called me, and Ikazubo, Patrick Okpomo, the late Patrick Okpomo, Sebastian Brothers, Chukwu, and all of them were inside the Bassin's room, and they gave me some, this James Hadley Chase to read. I was able to at least, murmur some things out of it, because then I wasn't as educated and fluent like this as I'm speaking English at this time now, because so at the end of the day they spoke to me, and we did so many things then by questioning and myself answering, and Kazuba told me that I should take everything easy. I must be a support between the team and the Nigerian Football Federation. So whatever they do, I shouldn't join the team to protest or whatever, because it is the first time this thing is going to be. Occasionally, boot might not come on time. Occasionally, the training jerseys might not come on time. So we did this, and it worked well. At the end of the day, some jokes, some situations happened, and
you became captain.
Yes.
All right, Nduka. Thank you very much. But as I said, we'll still go into detail on this. We'll definitely have you back, okay? And I beg, make you kill that chicken, Jerry. Let's have a good breakfast on me. Like nothing better than live chicken.
What?
That chicken where they make noise from. Washiri. All right, Nduka. God bless you. Thank you so much. All right. Bye.
Happy New Year once again.
You too. Bye. Yeah, that was Nduka Ugbade, the captain of the Golden Eaglets. I remember that time very, very well. Femi, were you even born when the Golden Eaglets fought each other? No.
Yes, I was.
What? Mama Paro? Kilo D? Daro Kutu. Why lie?
It's Friday.
You are born in night. You.
I'll just.
Can't wasn't born.
When I finish, I'll go for Juma. I'll go for Juma. I'll go for Juma Tambeko.
Even Charles would have been in nursery school by. It is well.
We need to go for a break.
All right.
We'll take your messages, and then remember, it's prediction day, and there's some very tough games we're predicting when we come back from the break.